Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. We're officially into 2021. And I wanted to start off the year by getting you the market update, showing you what happened in 2020 as a whole in terms of sales and listings and prices, where we finished things off in December, and where we're starting off the year now in January, and what we're expecting to see moving forward into 2021. So I'm in my office today, no fancy camera work or effects, but just bear with me. I did want to get you the numbers and the facts of what's going on, okay? So starting off, let's look at 2020 as a whole. If we look at sales overall for the year, they were up 22% relative to 2019 and up 26% relative to 2018. So huge jump in activity there. Overall, they were still about 3% below the 10-year sales average, so right on par to the average. When COVID hit in March, if you guys remember, a lot of people thought that it was going to tank the market. We were going to start seeing huge price decreases. Everyone was going to have to sell, and the economy was going to go down. And that's certainly not what we've seen over the last year. In fact, we've seen the opposite effect. And we saw housing becoming an increased priority for a lot of people as they were spending more time at home, working from home, not being able to socialize outside. A lot of people started to reevaluate their housing needs. And that, coupled with the fact that interest rates were significantly lower and their affordability went up, led to a lot of buyers making moves in the market, either getting themselves into the market or moving up into the market. And what was interesting is that we didn't see the same effect on the seller side. So for prices to come down, what we would have needed to see is either buyers taking a step back from the market or sellers having to sell in stressful situations and bringing a lot of inventory on the market. And again, we saw the opposite. So total listings were up less than 5% relative to 2019, and they were only up about 1% relative to 2018. So this was, again, about 3% below the 10-year sales average. And it was this combination of increased demand in the double digits and very low inventory that started putting upward pressure on the sales to active listings ratios and also on prices. So if we look back over 2020, the HPI benchmark price for all property types on average was up 5%. Broken down by property types, we see that the detached market saw a 10% increase in prices, townhomes saw a 5% increase in prices, and condo apartments saw a 2.5% increase in prices. Now, if we look at where December finished off, so December finished off with a bang. It was the highest selling December that we've ever had on record for our region. Sales were up 52% relative to December of 2019, and they were up 58% over the 10-year sales average. So huge numbers there, and that just goes to show you what we were really feeling in the last half of 2020. Now, we saw this huge rise in buyer demand and motivation to get deals done, but we're seeing a huge shortage of inventory. And when we look at the numbers, we see that total listings dropped down 23% relative to November, and they were up about just 1% over last year. So again, this combination of factors brought the sales to active listings ratio to 36% for the region. And if you remember, anytime this ratio is up over 20% is when we start seeing upward pressure on prices. So we finished off the year with very, very strong sales and very limited inventory. And this is the major factor that is at play right now in January, is that we have a lot of buyers wanting to get themselves into the market. I'd say over the holidays, I've never had so many buyers contacting me about wanting to purchase this year. So a lot of people are at home looking online, thinking ahead to what they wanted to do this year. And we have a lot of people who are ready to go and active, but there's not a lot of inventory. There just really isn't a lot of homes to go view. There's not a lot of homes to choose from. So if this continues, we are going to continue seeing upward pressure on prices. Again, I hope we're going to start seeing more inventory coming on in January, February, but I'd say buyers have started off in a stronger pace than I've ever seen in our market for January. So time will tell where things go, but what I would say right now is if you're a buyer and you're thinking of getting into the market, make sure you're prepared. Get yourself out there and be ready to move when something great comes along. If you're a seller and you're thinking of selling this year, talk to a realtor, get in touch and see what your options are and start making a plan for yourself, because right now could be a great time to take advantage of the slow inventory, sell for a great price, and allow yourself to move up in the market or change your portfolio holdings. So get in touch if you have any questions, whether you're thinking of buying or selling, or if you know someone thinking of buying or selling, and we'd love to help you out this year. Take care. I wish you all the best, and I hope that this year will be better and brighter for most of us than last year was. Have a great 2021, and I will see you in February.